The flooding woes in Chaguanas, Trinidad and Tobago have been attributed by the Mayor, Faaiq Mohammed, to years of neglect and insufficient resources to manage the problem effectively. Despite the borough corporation's efforts to clear watercourses and respond to flooding, the scale of rainfall in recent years has overwhelmed existing infrastructure. This issue reflects a broader pattern of inadequate government intervention across Trinidad and Tobago, where flooding has become the most frequent natural disaster due to a combination of natural and human factors. Geological and environmental context of Chaguanas. Chaguanas is situated near the Coroni Swamp and is characterized by low-lying arable land, multiple river systems, and proximity to the coastline. These geographical features make it inherently vulnerable to flooding. The area's elevation is low, and flood maps show that even moderate rises in water levels can inundate large parts of the borough. Additionally, sea level rise and storm surges pose increasing threats, with projections indicating that by 2030 and 2050, Chaguanas will face significant inundation risks from rising seas and storm surges of varying intensities. Human activities such as deforestation, urbanization, and poor land use exacerbate the flooding risk by increasing surface runoff and reducing natural water absorption. Improper waste disposal and clogged drainage systems further complicate water flow during heavy rains, leading to more frequent and severe flooding events, especially in flood-prone districts like Jerningham and Longdonville. Government response and challenges. The flooding problem in Chaguanas and across Trinidad and Tobago is compounded by limited resources allocated to local corporations responsible for drainage and flood management. Past efforts have included tours of flood-prone areas by local officials and coordination with ministries and agencies to find solutions. However, these efforts have been hampered by insufficient funding, outdated infrastructure, and a lack of comprehensive, long-term planning. The Mayor has called for a larger government conversation and more substantial intervention to address the recurring flooding, emphasizing the need for solutions rather than blame. Disaster management units are active during flood events, providing relief and assistance to affected residents, but these are reactive measures rather than preventive strategies. Solutions implemented globally for flood management. Around the world, successful flood management strategies combine engineering, environmental restoration, and community planning. Integrated drainage systems. Cities like Rotterdam and Tokyo have developed advanced drainage and stormwater management systems that include retention basins, pumping stations, and underground reservoirs to control excess water. Wetland restoration. Restoring natural wetlands and mangroves, as seen in parts of the United States and Southeast Asia, helps absorb floodwaters and reduce storm surge impacts. Green infrastructure. Incorporating permeable pavements, green roofs, and urban green spaces increases water infiltration and reduces runoff. Early warning systems and community preparedness. Effective flood forecasting and community education reduce casualties and property damage. Land use planning. Restricting development in floodplains and enforcing zoning laws prevent exacerbation of flood risks. Recommendations for Chaguanas and Trinidad and Tobago. To mitigate flooding in Chaguanas and nationwide, a multifaceted approach is necessary. Increase funding and resources for local corporations to maintain and upgrade drainage infrastructure. Implement comprehensive land use planning that protects natural watercourses and wetlands. Invest in green infrastructure to improve water absorption and reduce runoff. Develop and deploy early warning systems and enhance disaster preparedness. Engage in regional cooperation to address sea level rise and storm surge threats. Promote community involvement in flood risk management and waste disposal to prevent drainage blockages. Addressing flooding in Chaguanas requires coordinated government action, adequate resourcing, and the adoption of proven global best practices tailored to the local environment and socio-economic context.
Much. We have condition right now, watch. See it? And the rain still coming. The rain still falling. Watch it, dog, watch. Right or wrong? Yeah. Watch my room here too, watch here. This is my room here, watch. Everything on that water, watch. Ah. This is my bedroom. How am I going to sleep tonight? Watch. What am I close swimming here? This is the second time it happened in less than a year. It's through the carelessness of the river. Right? They're blocking the river in this time, in the rainy time, to do work. Yeah? This is mad people running this place.
The flooding crisis in Chaguanas, Trinidad and Tobago, is emblematic of a nationwide challenge amplified by geography, rapid urban growth, and chronic underinvestment in infrastructure. Detailed data and geographic context. Chaguanas profile, the fastest growing borough in TNT with an estimated 120,000 residents. Chaguanas is a low-lying area bordered by the Honda River, south, Cunupia River, east, and the coastline, west, lying just upstream of the Coroni Swamp. This positioning makes it naturally flood-prone, especially during heavy rains. Recent flooding events. In October 2022 alone, 145 flooding reports were recorded across multiple corporations including Chaguanas, with the Coroni River breaching banks in some areas. Flooding often coincides with high tide, which delays water drainage. Rainfall intensity. Heavy showers producing over 55 millimeters of rain in a day have been recorded, overwhelming smaller streams and drainage systems. On some days, up to 75 millimeters 3 inches of rain caused street and flash flooding across the east-west corridor, affecting Chaguanas Main Road and other critical routes. Nationwide impact. Flooding affects up to 80% of the country during major events, disrupting communities, public services, and transportation. Flood-prone areas extend beyond Chaguanas to Penal, Deeb, Port of Spain, and other regions. Government response and infrastructure challenges. Despite periodic updates and sandbag distributions, over 50,000 in 2022 alone, drainage infrastructure remains inadequate and poorly maintained. Traffic congestion worsens during floods, as seen on major highways like the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway and Sir Solomon Hochoe Highway, compounding economic losses and public frustration. Local corporations like Chaguanas Borough Corporation face resource constraints, limiting their ability to implement long-term flood mitigation. Proven solutions applicable to Chaguanas and TNT. Integrated drainage upgrades, expanding drainage capacity with modern materials and designs, including underground retention tanks, can reduce urban flooding.